Dying Red, a cliched creepypasta by Funny Pasta.
Good so far.
What?
Good so far.
Good so far, yeah. Before we get into this is an intentional parody creepypasta by Funny Pasta on the forums. I'm joined here by Brandon War Zero.
Yep.
It all started when I was in that old man's garage cell. I was walking down my street when I heard a screaming noise.
So far, already broke rules within the story. He was in the garage sale when it started, down the street later.
When I heard a screaming noise. It's funny because I've already read serious stories that are like this. The noise was coming from an old man's house. I saw that he was screaming, and even more interesting, it's presumptuous of the story to call itself interesting, he was having a garage sale that he was already at. He was selling Pokemon games, Pokemon spelt wrong, and most of them were Generation 1 games. The old man kept screaming.
More interesting than the old man screaming from down the street is that he's having a garage sale.
Yes. The old man kept on screaming 666 and 13. I just
Was he
love that.
screaming the numbers?
Yeah, he's just screaming the numbers, yeah.
Yeah.
I tried talking to him, and by the way, I haven't read ahead past that part, so all this is new to me. I tried talking to him, but he still continued screaming. I took Pokemon Red and left $2, $ afterwards, so this is old Australian money. I once exited his garage. He started giggling. Evilly giggling.
So he stopped screaming to giggle.
Yes. I shrugged it off, thinking that he was ill. That afternoon, I played the game. When the game started up, it just showed me continue and the new game option. I pressed on continue, then a text box appeared. Everyone already died. The hell? I muttered. I kept on pressing A, knowing that this was a hacked game, but the text box would block my way, so I decided to try new game.
Wait, the text box blocked his way to pressing the A button.
Yes, it physically came out of the Game Boy and blocked his thumb. The intro appeared. Professor Oak had some gray pixels on his shoulder, and when I looked at his face, my eyes locked on his eyes. There was gray pixels in his eyes. In fact, he had no eyes. It was just black with blood.
Black with blood?
So there's gray pixels in his eyes. Actually, retcon that, he had no eyes. Let me scroll down a little. Oh, we're right near the end of the story already.
This story's gotta go with like the dun 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 dun.
Oh my god, I should put some music to this. Let me get some water. Alright. A few minutes passed. My vision was getting blurry, and I imagined the blood in on his eyes. I jammed A, trying to lose contact with his eyes.
Retcon the fact that he didn't have eyes. He's got eyes now, but they're bleeding.
Damn it! After the intro was over, I was in Cinnabar. Everything was set on fire, and my character seemed to have the gray pixels on his mini body. I pressed start. I found out his name was GX3 Killer. What?
GX3 Killer.
I checked his profile, adventuring the horrors of this game.
What?
He had no eyes. He had lots of gray pixels on him. I found that he had 999 Pokemon registered in his Pokédex. He had only one badge, though, and the badge was shaped like a skull. I then went to the option Pokemon. His Pokemon's nickname was 3v2 Bolodipup and Hate, with the A being like the @ symbol from an email address. I tried to check their status, but the text box would block me, saying, "There's nothing to look at a died Pokemon."
What Pokemon are they?
I was going to vomit. I closed the menu and the player started walking. He walked up. There was a path leading up that I had never seen before. I tried stopping him, but this was an event. The next thing was, there was red pixels. People's bodies laying on the path, covered in blood. My eyes were widening. I wanted to vomit. After the endless path of bodies, the Pokemon was standing at the top of the path. Of the end of the path, I'm sorry. I don't want to disparage this good story. A text box appeared. "Foolish humans! You can never beat a god!" I started guessing that it was Mewtwo. I pressed A.
But I was wrong. It was Mega Mewtwo.
I'm more powerful than the other one. He was a failure, and now, by the way, oh no, he did remember the comment. Okay, never mind. I'm more powerful than the other one. He was a failure. And now, I shall be the next god. I shall be the next god, being switching between capitalization and lowercase, of course.
Wait. He was already a god.
Yeah. After that, a battle started. The Pokemon's name was Mew 3.
I was right.
His level was 0. He sent out a corpse. I sent out a corpse, but it vanished once I pressed A. I sent out another corpse, and it vanished as well. The third corpse was destroyed by Mew 3, this time spelled with a space in the middle. Instead of the corpse vanishing, a text box appeared. "Corpse has died." I struggled to press A, but I did it anyways. Anyways, 2 words. A text box said, "Mew 3 used GX3 killer." My player vanished. Another text box appeared. "Player has died." I dropped the Game Boy, went upstairs, puked in the sink, and spotted a shadow in the mirror. I looked behind me. It was Mew 3. The last thing I heard was, "Foolish humans!"
the only thing that Mew 3 knows how to say. Foolish humans. I am a god.
Foolish humans! Oh my god, I think that the reason they wrote that in there is because I've made fun of that so many times where I think even in one of the afterthoughts when I made fun of how these stupid stories keep, like, making the Pokemon be all, like, you know, foolish human, like that kind of shit, like where they're like, "Oh, ignorant human, I am the super literate Pokemon, Drowsy, and your ilk are destroying the universe with your pollution," and like, oh my god. So that was a parody story written by Funnypasta. That was intentionally bad, I want to remind you.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
That was very well written.
I had a lot of fun with that. I said before how I wouldn't do these stories as, like, a creepypasta, like, on Saturday, because that's just kind of like, people are writing their stories, like, seriously to get on the show, and then I'm not going to just put a parody one on. So yeah. This will just be a spur-of-the-moment thing that I, like, will not edit almost at all. Yeah. So there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Until next time, have a nice day.
See ya.